Okay, so we'll begin our conversation, our discussion on Gajendra Stuti. Last week we stopped at shloka number 3. So let me share my screen so you all can see what I'm.
Prabhuji, are you in different rooms in your house? Because I'm fascinated by the different backgrounds over the past 1 week.
It's the same room, different different side. So today I'm sitting on the window side.
Okay,
Prabhuji has a palace. He's in a palace.
Yes, Prabhuji has a house with many rooms.
Different directions, right?
Even if you have 100 rooms, you can only sit in one place, one chair. That's the limitation of Jiva. Whereas Paramatma or Bhagavan, Krishna, simultaneously he was present in the 16,108 palaces. In one palace, it was daytime. Krishna was doing Sandhya Vandana, morning Sandhya. In another palace, Krishna was eating lunch. In another palace, Krishna was doing evening Sandhya. So Brahma, one day he was walking around the streets of Dwaraka, and he was perplexed to see in one palace Krishna was doing Sandhya, other palace lunch, other palace something else. So Krishna can do that. Whereas as ordinary living beings, ordinary jivas, we can only sit in one place. So okay. So before starting our discussion on Gajendra Stuti, so this is what we discussed last week, 8.3.3. Lord is within and outside the creation simultaneously. Everything rests in him and he rests in everything. Okay. So any points of discussion from this shloka? Anyone remember anything from this?
Yes, Prabhuji, we discussed about the different Purusha avatars.
Okay.
From Mahavishnu to Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. Sorry, Karanodakshaya Vishnu is also Mahavishnu. And how the entire all the universes emanate from him, and then he goes into each and every universe and populates it, and then within the all the matter within each universe, he penetrates, and he's in each and every atom of the matter. So he's within each and every atom in all the universes.
Yeah.
Yet he is he's simultaneously everywhere. Yet he is also complete in himself. He is separated from it also.
Yes. Very good.
And the rest on him, Prabhuji, is when you mentioned the string of pearls, where the thread is not visible, yet the strings, the string is there. The pearls are there in the string because of the thread, but the thread is invisible. So he's like that, where all the universes exist and are there, but the invisible thread that is him is not seen. But without that thread, they would not exist.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Good job. Nice points. Well said. Anyone else? Sarita, we cannot hear you. I think you are on mute.
So Yasminidam means during creation, he comes and rests in the universe, and during the Pralaya, everything. I mean, everything rests in God. So that is yasmin idam. Yataschedam means like everything comes from Him. So that is the meaning of yataschedam. Yenedam means like personally He creates. He will not involve anyone in the creation. So that is enedam. Yaidam means like everything He is only. I mean, entire creation is how we feel is He only, you and yourself, like that. It tells like that. Yaidam swayam. Swayam means everything. He and I mean God and Himself. Like yosmat parasmat means cause and effect both are God only.
Yes.
And yosmat parasmat. Parasam means like of course He is the reason for cause and effect, but He is beyond the cause. Beyond the cause, then only He can fix the problems, like how you said, I didn't remember the name, Alexander, I think.
Albert Einstein.
Sorry. So who created the problem? Unless he is beyond the problem only, then only he can fix the problem. No? Like
Yes.
that, he's the cause and effect, but still he is the beyond the cause. I mean,
Yes.
beyond that. So that type of God is, to that type of God, I'm begging to like Swayambhu,
Yeah.
who is appears not, I mean, himself. No one will create. He appears himself. To that God, I'm surrounding and asking to protect me.
Yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful. So this is, as I said last week, right? This is the most complicated shloka. So you think that you understand it, but you don't.
No, definitely, Prabhuji.
It's a very complicated thing.
Especially one point, he is the reason for cause and effect, but he is beyond the cause. How it is possible, even not able to understand that point.
Yeah. So even then, you are able to remember and summarize very nicely. So very, very good. Good job. Yeah. So I didn't know you're all so sincere.
Bench ekkadakatam Prabhuji.
Oh, okay. So that's the reason. That's the motivation. So
ప్రతి పాయింట్ దగ్గర డౌట్ అయితే ఉంది ప్రభుజీ. ఎలా విత్ ఇన్ ఉంటూ అవుట్ సైడ్ ఉండడం అనేది అర్థమైనట్టే ఉంది, బట్ అట్ ది సేమ్ ఎక్కడో ఏదో సమ్ ల్యాక్ ఆఫ్ డౌట్ఫుల్ గా కూడా ఉంది. హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ పాసిబుల్.
yeah.
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
I just want, everything is said actually. I think only one point I wanted to add. You said that Mahavishnu just glances and the creation happens.
Yeah.
And then whenever he breathes in, everything goes inside him. And that's what I wanted to add. And I also wanted to add something which I had read. I was reading Bhagavad Gita that you have gifted. So I was just going through chapter 1, not chapter 1, sorry, canto 1. I think chapter 3 or somewhere, I forgot. I read the same thing. Narad Muni is telling Vyasadeva about his life story. And then he tells that first he went to, or he was following the footprints of the yogis and the Bhagavats whom he used to listen. And then when his mother died, he went in exile and alone. And then when he died, then Krishna took him personally and he went inside his body. He stayed there, and then again the creation came after Brahma came. Then he came out from them as a Brahma Putra and all that.
Yeah.
Same thing I read what you were telling, Prabhuji. So just wanted to add that. It's there
Yeah.
exactly same.
Yeah. Good. Thank you for sharing that. Urukrama Prabhu, you shared something and you deleted that, or మీరు ఏదో చాట్లో ఏదో మెసేజ్ పెట్టారు కదా ఉరుక్రమ ప్రభు?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So Mali post cheyandi.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So since you, Ankita, since you mentioned about Narada Muni, right? So I get reminded of a story in connection with Gajendra story. Just like how Gajendra, when he was in problem, none of his family members could save him. He could not save himself. None of the family members nor the demigods could save him. There's a story similar to this. Maybe some of you already know about it. The story of Mrugari. How many of you know this story? Mrugari.
This Mrigari.
You know, right? Yeah. So one day, Narada Muni.
No, Babuji, I'm asking, what is Mrigari? I don't know. What do you mean by Mrigari?
Oh, you don't know the story. Okay. So the meaning
No.
of
What is
the word.
Mrigari? I don't know.
Ah,
Maybe I know the story, but I don't understand. Yeah.
the meaning of the word Mrigari. Mriga means animal, Pashu. Ari means animal. Ari means enemy. He is an enemy of animals. How? I'll explain that.
Is
So
he
one
a
day,
hunter, Prabhuji?
hmm?
Is he a hunter or something? Enemy of animals.
He's a hunter.
Oh.
Yeah. So one day, Narada Muni, after taking darshan of Mahavishnu, so he comes to Bhuloka. Narada Muni is a spaceman. He can travel across the 3 planetary systems without any visa, passport. Nothing is required. He doesn't have to pay 100,000. So, and he can travel so fast wherever he wants. So, where did he take darshan of Mahavishnu? In Vaikunta? And the next second is in Boloka. So when he comes to Boloka, he stops by a river, and he was walking on the banks of the river, and he was surprised to see some animals that were half dead. They were not fully dead, but they were half dead. And all those animals, they were in a very difficult situation, because if it is completely dead, then we can understand that either the body is liberated, or it's at least completely dead, peaceful situation. But all these animals, they were half dead, and he kept on walking, following all these animals, and he found this hunter by name Mrugari. So Mrugari, looking at Narada Muni in saffron clothes, sadhu dress, Mrugari asks, "Oh sadhu, what's the reason for your appearance here in this forest? There are no sadhus here. There are only cruel people like me here." Narada Muni asks this hunter Mrugari, "I understand that you are a cruel person, you are a hunter, but why are you killing these animals in a halfway? If you want to kill them, you kill completely. Why do you want to kill them halfway?" Then Mrugari says, "This is how my parents, my grandparents used to do, and that's what they taught me. That's why I'm killing them halfway." So seeing them half dead gives me a lot of joy. So then Narada Muni asks, "First of all, why do you even kill these animals?" The hunter says, "This is my living. I kill these animals halfway, and looking at them, I get some joy. And when they are completely dead, I go and sell them. I go and sell their meat and get some money. With that money, I take care of my family. Then Narada Muni asks, do you know that you are incurring so much of sinful reactions by doing this? Even though you are doing this for your family, but do you know that you are incurring so much sin? Then Mrigari says, oh, I never knew this. So please explain me more. So how do I get atonement, remedy? How do I get remedy from this? How do I get rid of my sinful reactions? Then Narada Muni says, since you said you are doing all these things for your family, go to your house and ask each one of your family members if they are willing to take part in your karma, if they are willing to take some share of your karma. Then Mrigari thinks, yeah, maybe that's a good idea, because I'm doing everything for my family. So it makes perfect sense for my family members to share my papa karma. Then Mrigari goes to the home and asks his wife, since you know that I am doing all this for you and children, and one sadhu explained me that I am incurring sinful reactions. Are you ready to take part in my papa karma? The wife said, no, I cannot. I cannot and I don't want to. Even if I can, I don't want to. Then with some disappointment, he asks each one of his children. He has 4 children. He asks each one of his children. And none of them are ready to take part in his karma. And Narada Muni was watching all this in an invisible form. He was not visible to the family members. He was visible to Mrigari, but not to the family members. Then after all this conversation, Mrigari comes out of the home and he starts speaking to Narada Muni. Oh Sadhu, I am so disappointed. For so many years I have been doing all this for my family. And now they are not ready to take part in my karma. They are not ready to help me. What should I do now? I don't want to do this anymore. Then Narada Muni says, you go and do tapasya under a tree by chanting some mantra. So Narada Muni gives some mantra to Mrigari and then asks him to chant. So from that time onwards, the hunter stops all his cruel activities and then he becomes a devotee.
Valmiki?
Yeah, Valmiki, I think.
Yeah.
No,
Lavanya Mataji took the same story with
that's different.
Valmiki.
That's different.
Story.
Valmiki is different. Valmiki is also a hunter. In his previous lifetime, Valmiki, not previous lifetime, prior to meeting with Narada Muni, he was also a hunter. But this story of Mrigari is not from Ramayana. It's different. Okay. So
Lavanya Mataji said that because of this shoka, Valmiki wrote shlokas.
Not because of this shoka. So the hunter's shoka in Ramayana was, he saw once he shot an arrow. Not he shot an arrow.
Someone else, yeah.
Someone else shot an arrow to a crauncha bird. 2 crauncha birds, male and female, they were mating, and someone else shot an arrow on these birds, and they were weeping. The 2 birds were weeping. They were in shoka. Looking at this hunter, who is Valmiki now, but before that he was a hunter. Even though being a hunter, his heart melted with some compassion, because They were together, the male bird, female bird, they were together, they were mating. So he could understand the situation, the shoka of the two birds, and then from that shoka, he started reciting shloka. Ma nishada, that's the shloka starts with the word ma nishada. Okay, so that's different. They both look similar, but they're two different stories. So now, what do we understand from Mrugari's story and Gajendra's story? They are similar, right? Gajendra also, when he was in danger, none of the family members were ready to help. Just like in Mrugari's case, nobody was willing to take part in his karma. The message that we have to learn is, we have to fly our own flight. As they say in English, you must fly your own flight. You must fly your own flight. తెలుగులో ఒక సాంగ్ ఉండేది కదా, చెప్పండి ఏ సాంగ్? You must fly your own flight. Something related to this. There is a nice song in Telugu.
Movie song.
Some old movie song. నేను ఇంతకుముందు కూడా ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అడిగాను. ఇప్పుడు 2-3 months బ్యాక్ I showed picture of the chariot of life. Arjuna, Krishna riding the chariot, Arjuna sitting. There are horses. I asked, there is a Telugu saying related to this, and nobody answered. So for this reason, I'll make all of you stand up on the bench. All the Telugu people. So by the way, for that chariot of life thing, Ankita is happy that all the Telugu people are going to get the bench, not her, except Ankita.
Oh, I'll also join her side. I'm Tamil, so
You can stand on one leg because you are Tamil and Telugu. You can stand on one leg like Dhruva Maharaj.
ఎవరు
very
చేసిన
difficult.
వారు అనుభవించక తప్పదన్నా అని అను పాటను.
ఏంటి చెప్పండి?
ఎవరు చేసిన కర్మ వారు అనుభవించక తప్పదు అని ఏదో పాట ఉంటుంది, అదేనా?
అదొక పాట ఉంది. ఎస్, వెరీ గుడ్. అదొకటి. ఇంకొకటి, ఎవరో వస్తారని ఏదో చేస్తారని ఎదురు చూసి మోసపోకుమా. తర్వాత మర్చిపోయాను నేను.
నిజం మరచి నిదురపోకుమా.
నిజం మరచి నిదురపోకుమా. వెరీ గుడ్, వెరీ గుడ్ విశాల్య. వెల్కమ్ బ్యాక్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ గురుజీ. హరే కృష్ణ.
You came back with a bang. Very good. We missed you last week. What happened?
Last week my kid was not well, so she want me to be with her.
Yeah. Okay. So this song, or the song that's said by Urukrama Prabhu, both same message. You have to fly your own flight. Spiritual journey is an individual journey. In the material world, you may in the material world also, you most of the times you are all by yourself. You will get some help from somebody, but most of the times you have to do things by yourself. And spiritual journey, more specifically, more importantly, it's an individual ride. You have to fly your own flight. Even in a family, wife and husband, most of the times wife thinks that if my husband does all the pujas and he's a devotee, he performs bhakti, I don't have to do much. Or the husband thinks the other way, right? The husband thinks the other way. My wife is doing everything. Why should I do anything? That's why in India, you see, when some puja is happening, all the women, they sit inside and they are busy doing the puja, and the men, they sit outside reading newspaper, chit-chatting with others, drinking coffee, tea, all those things. So it is said in the Vedas, whatever bhakti performed by the husband, 50% of the sukruti goes to the wife. And the vice versa is not true. The opposite is not true. But opposite is true in a different way. If a wife does some papa karma, 50% of that comes to the husband, but not the punya karma.
Poor guy.
Poor guys, right? Yeah.
Oh, what about the papa?
Yeah, what
That
about the papas?
husband has?
Oh, here's the interesting thing. The papa karma performed by the men or husband, it stays with them.
I don't think so. I think they give it, half of it is shared by the wife in the life itself.
No.
And the punya karma
Punya
done by the
karma.
wife stays
Huh?
with her. And the punya karma done by the wife stays with her. Is it, Prabhuji?
Punya
It never
karma
goes
done
to
by the wife stays with them only.
It's very unfair, Prabhuji.
Yeah, it's very unfair, right? But what can we do? We cannot go and fight with anybody. You know, Vasudev, it was written by Vasudev. We can't even see him now. So we just have to accept it as a matter of life. Yeah.
What about the papa karma, Prabhuji? If wife
Papa
does
karma done by the wife stays with them only. No.
and
Papa karma done by wife, 50% comes to the husband.
because he has done pani grahan.
Maybe not applicable to Kali Yuga, Prabhuji.
No.
Yeah.
100% agree.
Every age.
And what
Practically every age.
and if it is husband papa, it stays with husband only.
It stays with husband only.
So unfair.
All favorable things for women are the wives, and all unfavorable things for the husband. So we
I
have
see.
to.
So that's why happy wife, happy life, I think. Prabhuji.
What's that?
That's why happy wife, happy life for men.
Happy wife, happy life. Yes. Or Shamla?
But Prabhuji, I am very confused, Prabhuji.
You should be happy. Why you are confused?
No, हम लोग like what we say is that it's spiritual journey we need to have sadhu sangha, right? We always say like that.
Yeah.
And now you are saying it is our alone journey. So it's confusing to me, Prabhuji. Both are different sentences.
Oh, that way. Yeah, good question. So it is everything in bhakti you can only do in the association of devotees. Like the Krishna Katha that we are discussing, we are doing in the association of devotees. Individually, we cannot do this, right? But this is theory. This is theory, right? Now let's say tomorrow there is a problem in your life. Raise your hand, everybody in the group. Raise your hand if you will be able to come personally and help Ankita. The problem is, let's say fever, okay? Let me make it simple. Okay? Fever. High fever. So raise your hand if anybody of you is willing to go and take part in that fever. You're ready to get some temperature.
Probably, Prabhuji, then the spiritual journey ka definition has to be clear what exactly it means. I was thinking spiritual journey is like doing puja and doing more bhakti. So that is possible only when we are in togetherness.
Yes.
So now when you say spiritual journey separately and you say if I have fever, I'm not able to understand them together.
So
Prabhuji, fever is a material problem, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, I just gave a simple example. Yeah. But any difficult situation in life.
Like spiritual journey, how it is difficult situation. That's what I'm not understanding.
Okay, so I'll make it more simple to understand. What's the goal of all the limbs of bhakti, navavidha bhakti, right? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Padasevanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Vandanam, Atmanivedanam. All the 8 limbs of bhakti, they have to culminate in smarana. The goal of Shravanam is smarana. The goal of Kirtanam is smarana. The goal of Archanam, doing worship in the temple or at home, is smarana. The goal of everything that we do is to remember God. Now, is there anything called remembering God in the association of devotees? It's individual. Remembrance is related to your mind and heart, that you cannot share with association, with the devotees in the association.
Got it.
You have to
Thank you.
remember God
Yeah.
separately in
Yeah.
your mind, in your heart.
So
Okay,
every
understood.
individual karma is separate. Our own bag, we have to only,
Correct.
we are responsible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's also. So karma is part of our spiritual journey. Burning karma, going through the sufferings of karma, going through the effect of time, that you have to go through individually. Yeah. But to get inspiration, to get motivation, to get encouragement, to get strength to do bhakti, we need association.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Actually, really, association is very important, Prabhuji. Even for bad people also, association will make them more bad.
Correct.
And good people, good things become more dominant. So
Yeah. For both good and bad, association plays a vital role. Yeah, well said. Both, even for good, even for bad activities also. See how a smoker learns smoking only in the association of other smokers. Otherwise, a person will not pick up the habit of smoking so easily. Only when they start chatting with other smokers, when they start mingling with other smokers, seeing them every day smoking, they also get a desire to smoke. Otherwise, nobody wants to become a smoker and spoil their health. So similarly, good association is required to get inspiration, motivation, strength to do bhakti. Okay, so with that, let's begin our discussion. Yeah. Before Gajendra Stuti discussion, I'll tell something from Vrindavan. That's what Ankita asks every day, right? So if you
Yes, Prabhu.
wait till the end of the call, I may forget. We may not have sufficient time.
Yes.
So there is it's nothing related to my yatra, but there's a beautiful story from Vrindavan, one of the Leelas of Krishna's. So we all discussed on Gopashtami day, we discussed Krishna's Go Charana Leela, right? Go Charana Leela means the Leela in which Krishna and Balaram, along with all the other cowherd friends, Gopa boys, they take all the cows and calves into the grazing field and they take care of the cows there. This is called Go Charana Leela. And we discussed many beautiful things on that day, like how Krishna uses the Go Raj as tilak. So every day when Krishna Balaram starts coming onto the streets, from their home, as soon as they come onto the streets, and start taking the cows and calves walking along the streets into the grazing field. It was a feast to the eyes for everybody in Vrindavan. Everybody would wait for that time in the morning when Krishna Balaram starts this Gocharana Leela. And everybody will come outside their home and they will look at this scene, beautiful scene. That gives them so much joy. So there is one gopi. She's married and she also has a strong desire, like all other gopis. She also has a strong desire to see this beautiful scene every day. But there are some restrictions. There are some restrictions in their home. This gopi, she is married and she has a young child. The mother-in-law puts lot of restrictions that you have to do all the work in the home. You have to take care of the child. You cannot go out onto the street just to look at this scene of Krishna and Balaram taking the cows. You are seeing it every day, right? So what's the point in seeing that again and again? So don't do that. So you stay here and you take care of the household activities. But this gopi, she has a strong desire to see this scene every day, just like other gopis. But she was forced to stay at home, stay inside the home and take care of the household activities. While doing the household activities, she would look through a small slot of a window. There is a window and the mother-in-law even used to close the doors, windows, everything. But one window, it has a small slot through which you can see through outside. So she used to see through that small slot and get some glimpses of this beautiful scene. So this day, when she was looking through this window, she developed a desire that I wish I could go out and see this scene completely with two eyes and completely I could see there. Then Krishna understood that he's Paramatma, right? So he understands the feelings of everybody. So as Krishna started walking, few meters from this house, from this window, Krishna twisted the leg of one of the cows. And that cow started running here and there, and then the cow jumped and went in front of this house, pushed the door and went inside the house. Now Krishna Balaram have to catch hold of that cow, right? So they come inside the house. Krishna Balaram, they come inside the house to catch that cow. Now looking at this, that gopi, her heart is melted with great joy. She started crying that, oh Krishna, I simply desired to have your complete darshan. But little did I imagine that you will come inside my house and give your complete darshan to my satisfaction. And then she falls at the feet of Krishna. And then Krishna smiles and conveys a lot of message to the gopi with just the smile itself. And then Krishna Balaram, they start taking they take the cow from the inside the home and then they go on the Gocharana Leela. And that day evening, and then the gopi, since she saw Krishna Balaram inside their house, she was not able to forget that scene. She was not able to forget the beautiful darshan of Shyamasundar Krishna. And then it was about afternoon or evening time. she had to go to a well to fetch water. So she carries her small child or baby in her arm, around her arm. She go and with one hand she carries the child, and with another hand she carries a bucket to fetch water. She goes to the well, all this while thinking about the beautiful form of Krishna only. While she was walking from her home to the well, she was completely thinking about Krishna's beautiful form. And then after she went to the well, so she ties the rope. There'll be a rope, right? On the well in the villages, if you see, there'll be a rope, but no bucket. Everybody has to carry their own bucket. They have to tie the rope to the bucket, fetch the water, untie the rope, and then bring the bucket back to their home. So she goes there, she ties the bucket to the rope, and she puts, and while she was, because she was completely absorbed in the beautiful form of Shyamsundara, she puts the baby in the bucket and puts that in the well, about to put it in the well. Now looking at this, all the village people, they come running and then they say, "Hey Gopi, what are you thinking? Looks like your mind is somewhere else. You're completely thinking about something else, and you put your baby inside this bucket and was about to put in the well." Then the Gopi realizes what she was doing. So like that, she was completely immersed in the beauty of Krishna. So like this, Krishna reciprocated to this Gopi. So now, what helped the Gopi to get Krishna's darshan here?
Smarana.
Her longingness.
Yeah.
Her longingness, her desire. Okay, her desire is the first thing. But who was the instrument?
The window.
No.
Mother-in-law.
No.
Cow.
The cow. The cow was the instrument in getting complete darshan of Krishna inside the home. So the message is, if you take care of the cows are very dear to Krishna. Krishna is very pleased. Krishna will be very pleased, and he will give his darshan like this. Okay. So with that said,
I also wanted to ask you, did you go there, Raman Rati, to feel this sand roll on the floor like that?
not this time. I could not do that this time, but previous time I had done that.
I've seen that soft sand there.
Yeah.
So nice it is.
Yeah, people just roll on the ground, rubbing all the sand to their body. They play nice games there.
Yeah, it's extremely powdery, very
Yeah.
powdery.
Yeah, very soft, as soft as butter. Okay, so let's begin discussion on the next shloka today. Text 4. Shri Gajendra Uvacha.
Shri Gajendra
Svātmanīdaṁ nija-māyayārpitaṁ kvacid vibhātaṁ kvacat tirohitam.
svātmanīdaṁ nija-māyayārpitaṁ kvacid vibhātaṁ kvacid tirohitam.
aviddha-dṛk ubhayaṁ īkṣate sa ātma-mūlo vatu mam parāt-paraḥ.
aviddha-dṛk tadīkṣate sa ātma-mūlo vatu parāt-paraḥ.
So anybody would like to recite? I want 3 people to recite this. Vishalya, can you recite?
Yes, Guruji.
Yeah.
Yasvatmanījam nija-māyayārpitaṁ kvacid vibhātaṁ kvacatat tirohitam.
Yasvātmanīdaṁ nija-māyayārpitaṁ kvacid vibhātaṁ kvacatat tirohitam.
aviddha-dṛk ubhayaṁ īkṣate ātma-mūlo vatu māṁ parāt-paraḥ.
aviddha-dṛk ubhayaṁ īkṣate ātma-mūlo vatu māṁ parāt-paraḥ. Okay, someone else?
Can I, Prabhuji?
Yes.
Svātmanīdaṁ nija-māyayārpitaṁ kvacid vibhātaṁ kvacatat tirohitam.
Yasvātmanīdaṁ nija-māyayārpitaṁ
kvacid
kvacid
vibhātaṁ
vibhātaṁ
kvacatat tirohitam.
aviddha-dṛk sākṣy tadīkṣate sātma-mūlo vatu māṁ parāt-paraḥ.
aviddha-dṛk
ubhayaṁ tadīkṣate ātma-mūlo vatu māṁ parāt-paraḥ.
One last person.
I can do, Prabhuji.
Yes.
यस्वात्मनीदं निजमाययार्पितं क्वचित् विभातं क्वच तत्तिरोहितं
यस्वात्मनीजं निजमाययार्पितं क्वचित्
vibhātaṁ
क्वचत तिरोहितम्.
अविद्ध-दृक्-साक्षुभयं तदीक्षते सा आत्ममूलो वतु मां परात्-परः
aviddha-dṛk-साक्षुभयं तदीक्षते ātma-mūlo vatu māṁ parāt-paraḥ.
Yaha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who Sva-Atmani, in him, idam, this cosmic manifestation, nija-māyaya, by his own potency, arpitam, invested, kvacit, sometimes at the beginning of kalpa, vibhātaṁ, it is manifested, kvacha, sometimes during dissolution, tat, that manifestation, tirohitam, not visible, aviddha-dṛk, he sees everything in all these circumstances, sākṣy, the witness, ubhayaṁ, both manifestation and annihilation, tat īkṣate, sees everything without loss of sight, saha, that Supreme Personality of Godhead, ātma-mūla, self-sufficient, having no other cause, avatu, please give protection, māṁ, unto me, parāt-paraḥ, is transcendental to transcendental, or above all transcendence. Okay. Can somebody read translation and purport? Chandrakala? Ankita, yes, go ahead.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead, by expanding his own energy, keeps this cosmic manifestation visible, and again sometimes renders it invisible. He is both the supreme cause and the supreme result, the observer and the witness in all circumstances. Thus, he is transcendental to everything. May that Supreme Personality of Godhead give me protection. Very good. Purport also, Babaji?
Yes, yeah, it's a small purport. Yeah, read it.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead has multipotencies. Parāśya Shaktir Vividhaya Shruyate. Therefore, as soon as he likes, he uses one of his potencies, and by that expansion, he creates this cosmic manifestation. Again, When the cosmic manifestation is annihilated, it rests in him. Nonetheless, he is infallibly the supreme observer. Under any circumstances, the Supreme Lord is changeless. He is simply a witness and is aloof from all creation and annihilation. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Okay. So here, Gajendra is saying that he's continuing describing different potencies of the Lord. In the previous two shlokas, he explained how Bhagavan creates everything and he enters into each and every atom, and how he maintains this entire creation, all the planetary systems, the jivas, how he maintains them by existing in each and every atom as Paramatma, as super soul. And then in this, and then how he separate from this creation. Because in Vaikuntha, he separately staying there as Śrīmad-Narayana, Vishnu. In Goloka Vrindavan, he has a separate identity as Shyamasundara Krishna. And Ayodhya Loka, he has separate identity as Ramachandra. So like that, he is within the creation and also outside the creation. That's his vibhuti, that's his potency, opulence. In this shloka, he's saying that, Gajendra is saying that the Lord, he is the source of this creation, and he is the source of annihilation also. Annihilation means destruction. He is the source of Sristi and Laya. Sristi, Sthiti and Laya. And he is the Sākṣy of both Sristi and Laya. He is the one, he is the only one who gets to see the destruction. Everybody else, including Brahma, get destructed. Brahma, who is the secondary creator, who does the Visarga, he also gets annihilated at the end of his 100 years. So throughout this entire process, the only person who can, stays outside this creation and annihilation, and who observes everything as a witness, is Bhagavan. In the material world, there are different types of living entities. For example, a small insect like a firefly, for example, take the example of a firefly. The firefly, it takes birth, and as soon as it enters the fire, it dies. The lifespan of a firefly is only for few minutes. From birth to death, it's only few minutes. And in between, the firefly produces other fireflies also. So it it does all the family business, everything. So the growth, producing offspring, death, everything happens within few minutes. Now compared to that, the life of a animal, like for example dog, the lifespan of a dog is about 12 years, 12 to 15 years. Now the dog thinks that if a dog looks at the firefly, the lifespan and the entire cycle of a firefly, which is taking birth and dying in few minutes, the dog thinks that the dog is Brahma, or the dog is supreme. Oh, I'm not dying like this so quickly. But the dog does not know that her lifespan is also not very significant. It's only 12 years. Now compared to that, human being's life is about 60, 70 or 80 years. So human being looking at fireflies, dogs, other small animals, the human being thinks that, oh, they are all dying so quickly. I have longer life. I'm supreme. I'm Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi. And then looking at all the human beings, Brahma thinks. What is the age of Brahma? Brahma's age is 3.2 trillion or 320 trillion some million number of years. 320 trillion some million years. Such a big number. So in front of Brahma, our lifespan is just like that firefly that takes birth and dies in few minutes. We are much smaller than that, much insignificant than that, more insignificant than that. So like that, everybody thinks that they have a longer life. They are the controller. They are the supreme.
Prabhuji, I have a question, Prabhuji. So we are telling that because we did we did our false ego, we are fallen from Bhagavan and then we came here, right, Prabhuji? But you are telling that Bhagavan is creating everything and annihilating everything. So that time, people who are with Bhagavan, all the jivas are not fallen, right? There will be some jivas with him.
Yes.
So what will happen to them? They are also there ever, like they are also witness, or
No. The souls that are there in the spiritual world, they, there are some souls, they may never fall into the material world, but they cannot see the Sristi, Sthiti and Laya. They cannot.
they will be part of.
All of this is happening in the material world.
Okay, not able to understand this actually.
The Nitya Siddhas, they are called Nitya Siddhas, who are always there in the spiritual world. They will never fall.
Yeah, like some like Goloka, like Ayodhya Loka, like that. They will not fall, and they are not part of this annihilation also.
Yeah.
Right, from
annihilation. Yeah. The annihilation, the creation, annihilation is only within the material world.
Okay, Prabhuji. But they are still not the witness. They will be doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even concerned. They don't have any connection with material world. They don't see anything. They're happily serving the Supreme Lord in the spiritual world.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So there is a small story of a person called Satyavrata Manu. Not Muni, but Manu. Satyavrata Manu. Who is Satyavrata Muni?
Who wrote Damodarashtakam?
Yes. Who wrote Damodarashtakam? Yeah. But this person that I'm telling a story now. So the character in the story is Satyavrata Manu. Like one of the Manus. The current Manu's name is Vaivasvata Manu. The Pujari, when he's starting the puja, he'll recite some invocation mantras, right? Vaivasvata Manvantare, America Kande, Seattle Nagare, Samtidi, Nakshatra, Varam, those things.
Sankalpam.
Sankalpam, yeah. So during that time you hear this word, Vaivasvata Manu. So like that, there was a Manu before Vaivasvata Manu called Satyavrata Manu, who is the presiding person for that Manvantara, for that time period of yugas. So one day he had a desire to see this pralaya. how the pralaya happens, how the destruction, annihilation happens.
You're on mute, Prabhuji.
So during, because we are talking about pralaya, so when pralaya happens, you cannot hear anything. It was supposed to be like this. uh, so during pralaya, it will be completely darkness, and there will be enormous amount of water. Probably there will be heavy amount of rain, and also all the oceans will flood. There will be whirlpools in the ocean. It's a very difficult situation. So this person, Satyavrata Manu, he had a desire to see pralaya, just to get glimpses, right? He's curious to see what happens during pralaya. Then the Lord sanctions the desire, and then Satyavrata Manu, he starts seeing the destruction. First, he starts seeing how all the jivas getting killed, and they are dying. And then he starts seeing heavy amount of water, all the oceans flooding, and there'll be whirlpools, tornadoes, and completely darkness. Now he gets scared now. He's experiencing this, right? He gets scared. But among amidst this difficult situation, he sees a small boy, a baby, happily sitting on a leaf of a banyan tree. A small baby, okay, happily sitting on a leaf of a banyan tree, and putting his and sucking his toenail. Sucking his toenail. That is none other than Krishna in the form of Bala Mukunda. Bala Mukunda. So he sees that vision. Here is a person who is unaffected by whatever is happening, and he is very pleasant, peaceful, not disturbed at all, and he's enjoying. Sucking his toenail, he's enjoying. Then he understands that even though there is a pralaya, but the Lord is outside the pralaya, and it does not affect him. He is the sākṣy. Just like in this shloka, Gajendra is telling, he is sākṣy. So then that whole scene, which was orchestrated by the Lord, disappears, and Satyavrata Manu, he comes back to normal state. So there is another Rishi later, his name is Markandeya Muni, who in his meditation, he sees all of this. How Satyavrata Manu getting glimpses of pralaya, and how he is seeing Bala Mukunda. And then he writes Bala Mukunda Ashtakam. Bala Mukunda Ashtakam. Kararavindena Padaravindam Mukaravinde Viniveshayantam Vatasya Patrasya Puteshayanam Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami. That's beautiful, Bala Mukunda Ashtakam. So from this story, which happened for real, by the way, we can understand how the Lord is unaffected by the pralaya, how he is outside the pralaya, and he is just watching everything as a sākṣy. Yes, svātmanīdaṁ nija-māyayārpitaṁ kvacid vibhātaṁ kvacatat tirohitam. Vibhātaṁ means appearing. Vibhātaṁ is appearing, tirohitam means annihilation. Sometimes the creation appears, sometimes it disappears. Vibhātaṁ, tirohitam. Kvacid vibhātaṁ. Sometimes it appears. Kvachatat tirohitam. Sometimes it disappears. So there are different levels of annihilation. The first annihilation that happens to our body is at the end of this life. 70, 80 years or 100 years. At the end of this life, that is the first annihilation that we see. And after that, okay, Indu sent something. What did you send, Indu? Did you send Balamukunda Ashtakam?
Now Acharyas have written Kararvindena Padarvindam Mukharvinde Viniveshayantam Vatasya Patrasya Puteshayanam Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami.
Yes. Yeah, it's a beautiful song. So the first annihilation that happens to us is at the end of this life, and then we appear again, right? We take birth again, and then we die again. That's the second annihilation. So like that, we will go through some millions of annihilations through different bodies and births. And at the end of this Kali Yuga, there is partial annihilation. The Kali Yuga ends, and then Satya Yuga starts again. So we take birth again. There will be a long gap, but we will take birth again. And then after completion of one cycle of these 4 yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapara and Kali Yuga, there is a complete annihilation. At the end of each yuga, it's called partial annihilation, during which Brahma is not annihilated. During partial annihilation, Brahma is not annihilated. But during complete annihilation happens when Brahma completes his 100 years. That is when even Brahma is also destructed. Even Brahma is also destructed. So when the complete annihilation happens, everybody will be kept in the tummy of Mahavishnu, and then again the Srishti happens. First Brahma appears, and then the Srishti happens. Okay. But Lord is unaffected by all this. He is outside of all this, and he is just witnessing the Srishti, Sthiti and Laya.
In that time, what will happen to there are 3 Vishnus you told, right, Prabhuji? Kshirodaya Vishnu and Karanodaya. Those are they also go inside the first form of Vishnu, Prabhuji.
So when, for example, if we take this particular life of our body, right? At the end of this body, at the end of this life, when the soul leaves the body, along with the soul, the super soul also leaves. The Paramatma, who is Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, he also leaves. Similarly, when the annihilation happens, the super soul goes and merges with the Paramatma.
Garbhodakshaya Vishnu.
No,
not getting
it is also annihilated. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is in the universe, right? So even that is also, the universe is also destructed.
But Karanodakshaya.
Yes. Yeah, Karanodakshaya Vishnu, Mahavishnu, they are same.
Okay.
They are different words, but they are same. Yeah. So everything will go and merge with Mahavishnu. Yeah. Okay. So we'll discuss more on this shloka tomorrow. Yes.
Quick question, Prabhuji, and we can discuss it in the next meeting. When annihilation happens and we go back into Mahavishnu, Do all our karmas get burned?
No,
All that.
no. I wish that would happen, right? No.
Because when we come out again, and the first yuga, Satya Yuga. In Satya Yuga, there is no evil. There's only goodness. But we may be carrying bad karmas from all the previous lives.
Yeah.
How is that then?
So we'll be born as an animal or a tree or, something like that. But we'll take birth. After Kali Yuga, we'll take birth in Satya Yuga. That's why this Kali Yuga is glorified in Shastras. Danya Kali. It's called as Danya Kali. Because Kali Yuga is a place of all sinful activities, right? Even though this is the age of sinful activities, but from Kali Yuga, the next Yuga is Satya Yuga. So the Jivas go from Kali Yuga to Satya Yuga. Depending on their karma, in Satya Yuga, they'll be born in different capacities.
But after Kali Yuga, only less people will available, Prabhuji, to take a birth like a human being in Satya Yuga.
Why less people?
Kali Yuga means
Actually,
full
Mataji,
of...
maybe we'll be put to some other universe where Kali Yuga is happening. That is also possible. Right? There are so many universes. Is that possible?
Yeah. It may not be in this universe. Yeah, it could be another universe. Yeah, it could be somewhere.
But at the end of Brahma's time, everything will be annihilated.
Yes.
Yeah. That time, everything will start fresh.
Yes. The Srishti will happen again. Brahma will appear first and Brahma will create entire Srishti.
But the karma will still be there. Even
Karma
at
will be
the
there. Yes.
even after 100 years.
Yes. It will be there.
There is no escaping karma, in short.
No, you cannot.
Yeah,
The only way to burn karma is by surrendering to the Lord.
Yeah. And by chanting.
Prabhuji, it's like Einstein told, not only solve the problem, for understanding the problem also, we should be outside only, Prabhuji. Yes, it is difficult to understand.
Yeah, we cannot understand the problem. In a person who has malaria, right? All he knows is he has malaria. But he does not know where exactly the mosquito has bitten him. What are the different parts of the body where that malaria virus has entered. He does not know all these details. He only knows at a high level what is the name of the disease and what is the cure. So similarly, we don't need to know too many details about the problem. We don't need to know too many details about how the Srishti, Sthiti, Laya happens. Just at a high level, we need to know. But if somebody is interested in knowing more, read Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 3rd canto. There are so many details given there.
Prabhuji, of the false ego is associated with the subtle body. So when the jivas go back to Mahavishnu, it's only the jivas that are going back, not the subtle body.
Subtle body also goes. The mind, intelligence, false ego, they also go.
Oh, that's why the karma is carrying over.
Yeah, that's why the impressions from one life to another lifetime, how they are carried through the subtle body.
Okay.
Okay. So it's almost 10:30 for you all. We'll pause here. Mangalam Kosalendraya Mahaniya Gudatmane
चक्रवर्ती का विजय
Sarvabhauma Antara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai.
जय
Shri Gajendra Stuti ki jai.
जय
Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
जय
Thank you everyone.
नारायण गुरु भगवान नमस्ते
Narayana Kila Guru Bhagavan.
Namaste.
Yes.
Narayana Guru Bhagavan Namaste.
Thank you everyone for joining. Hari
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji. Thank you.
Tomorrow.